F-250 finally complete.
So we're just doing satin black wrap on the F-150 Lightning.
What's going on, guys? Another day in the shop, another week in the shop. A lot more content for you guys to see. I hope you guys enjoy everything that you guys have been watching so far. This vlog has some good stuff for you guys to see as well. So keep liking, keep subscribing. Let's get it. The F-250 finally complete. You guys seen when the truck came in, it was a brand new vehicle. Sadly, the car was undercoated from the dealer. There was overspray all over the car. So this was the one yeah, it was very, very hard for us to work with, especially with the caliber of work that we had to put in for this customer, because he wanted every single piece protected. And I think we were showing you guys along the way on Instagram, every single piece has been paint protected. All the grills, even as far as the tow hooks.
The tow hitches.
Yeah, like every single trim piece. Like, bro, there's pieces on here that's not even on the pre-cut that's been done. Like every single small piece here, all the window trims, even the side step board. Like
those
this,
come out, right?
No, we had to do it right on top, and there's no pre-cut for it. So it's handmade. The back nameplate, for example, there's no pre-cut for this nameplate. So everything was done by hand in one piece. So each letter was cut around, even the small letters, all the grooves, it has multiple grooves all inside here. Like, it was a lot of work. When I mean a lot of work, I think this is probably one of the hardest ones that we've done.
Like between this being a massive truck and all the stuff
massive,
done.
And how every single piece he wanted, like the tail lights are done. And bro, at this point we couldn't even wrap, like PPF the exhaust for him at this point. No, obviously you can't do it, it'll melt, but door handles are done. We did inside, the door sills inside here, even as far as doing the nameplates on the front, all custom cut. There was no pre-cut, so all this is protected, all the brushed aluminum. This lights up obviously too, so that's protected. And then yeah, the edges completely tucked right to the edge for the PPF. We did the XR XPEL tints all the way around, windshield. Yeah, windshield too, so we did 35 windshield, we did 5% on the fronts, we did 15 on the rears. We also did our tracking system and kill switch, but we did an upgraded version. Yeah, so this one has the full alarm system attached as well. Glass brake sensor, tilt sensor. We did backup siren. I'll show you how the system works quick. I'll do it on my phone. So if the glass breaks, the alarm will go off. But obviously, like, we have the sensitivity down right now. We're gonna be we're gonna be changing this remote. This is just a temporary remote. Customer wanted a two-way with an LCD screen, more range. So we have that coming in. We didn't get it enough time.
Screen
on the remote.
Oh, on the remote.
Yeah, like the old school like two-way remotes, right? But this is a new version. So so once we swap that, we have to add a couple other things. We also added like the flashing light for the alarm systems in the windshield. Arm the system right after we start it, because right now it's not armed. So shut it off. Again, with this, you can see the tracking as well, which is really cool on the app. Let's go ahead and lock it. Nothing happens. You can use the backup remotes, unlock it, start it. But yeah, when we add those other remotes, you'll see it's a nice remote.
And again, everything has been done to this truck.
Everything. So we even went as far as, bro, the badges, instead of putting back two-way tape on it, because it probably would have been a little bit thicker maybe. It could have honestly been the same like width that it has like between, sorry, the depth that it has between the paint and the actual logo. But he wanted brand new ones because he wanted that same like exact OEM feel. Like, so we went like up and beyond this truck. And I'm super impressed with how it came out. I mean, what can I say? Like a lot of people, you'll see there'll be pre-cuts and you'll see lines everywhere. This is virtually impossible to see anything. Like, I don't think you can see anything.
It's hard to see on camera.
Yeah,
when you look in person.
doors are all tucked all the way in, like 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters in. The actual bed of the truck, usually the line will stop at the edge here. Bro, this is all the way to the edge and then we trimmed it right at the edge here. So all of this is protected. So if rocks fly and even hit it. See, like that's something like, hey, I did full body, but I have the inner part still exposed and I have rock chips there. It's stupid, right?
Yeah, so this is Nuro's truck, right?
Yeah, so we got Nuro's truck here. While he's gone on vacation, we're gonna be doing ceramic coating on it. When he first purchased this vehicle, the dealership did the ceramic coating for us, but obviously it didn't last that long, and now it's not working at all.
How long does that usually last? Like, how long does a ceramic coating last for?
Honestly, like our ceramic coating is 5 years, but depending on how you maintain the car, how you're washing it. If you're going to regular car washes, like the touchless car washes, it's not gonna last that long, maybe a year at most. So when we do ceramic coating on our customer vehicles, we usually tell them not to run it through car washes if they have to get it done, right?
That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, the soaps are so strong that they literally strip, like it takes everything off within like one pass of the car wash, right? So while he's gone, we're gonna be doing a full polish, decon, and then apply our 5-year IGL ceramic coating on it. And yeah.
We don't get to see this truck often. It's always,
Yeah, someone's always driving it. It's barely ever at the shop. But we have full front end PPF done on it already. So the full front end plus mirrors and extra. So your A-pillars, a top piece on the roof. Yeah, the whole front package. And then we also did these as well, because they obviously get damaged when you're opening and closing your doors. There's always fingerprints on them and stuff. And these panels, they get scratched up like really easily.
Yeah, because that's where everyone's hands are always.
Hands, yeah. Some stuff, if you're not grabbing door handles, someone will put their fingerprints here, this, that. Especially if the car's dirty, all that dirt and all the abrasion when you close the door, it scratches it.
So why do you soak it multiple times?
And just lubrication. So like a lot of people, they clay bar the car after the fact, like once it's washed or once it's dried, and they use like any sort of spray lubricant, quick detailer.
Yeah.
So the clay bar glides easier. Everybody has their own methods of doing this kind of stuff, but there is no like correct way. In our sense, it makes more sense while I'm doing it when it's washing, so I don't have to re-rinse it again.
Yeah.
So I just use a soap as a lubricant and then hit it with the clay bar.
Is there anything like special with the soap that you have to use it with the clay bar? Or like special soap for it?
No, not really. There's no actual special soap for clay bar. Any sort of whatever wash soap that you're using, we're using our decon soap. I'm just gonna use that with our clay bar. Yeah.
Today.
So we're just doing satin black wrap on the F-150 Lightning. it's already black, so it makes it easier to wrap.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it easier to wrap something that's already black?
Yeah, like anything that has a basic color, like let's say if I have a white car and I'm gonna make it satin pearl white, it's easier to blend the white with the white, black with the black. But darker cars are usually easier to kind of hide imperfections as per se, like for lack of better words. Obviously we go for perfection as much as possible, but if there's things that are just not cooperating with me with the material, it's easier to work on black than to use a lighter colored car, like a white or a silver.
You can see all the edges and stuff.
Yeah, white, silver, even like bright red, bright blue. It's a little bit more difficult to kind of work around things. So definitely easier on a darker colored car.
Yeah, like there was a car, I think it was a GT3RS before that you worked on. That was
Yeah,
white. And
that was white,
car,
yeah.
you could do the door jacks and everything, right?
Yeah, that took a really extensive amount of detail, but it came out really nice. And that car is kind of, it's round. It's very round and like flat for the most part, so it was not too bad.
So like, what are the easier cars to wrap? Like Tesla's, everyone says.
Definitely Tesla. Anything that's round, anything that doesn't have aggressive body lines like this, as big of a truck it is, it's still not as aggressive in the body line, so the material goes down pretty easily. I would say the hardest part on this truck would be the quarter panel. So if you just come right back here, now again, because it's a dark colored car, it's a little bit easier to just get everything to blend in. But if this truck was white, getting the material behind here and then enough behind here without it binding together and exposing the color underneath, that's the trickiest part. So on pickup trucks, I would say this right here is the hardest. If I could take off this whole bed, it would be no problem. But obviously, it's a lot of work. So, you know, we do what we can. And
what about the badgings? Like, is it hard to wrap around badgings, or you take badgings off, right?
so we usually take it off. What I do is I just put tape down, take the badging off, clean it up, wrap it, and then I kind of make like an outline to put it right back where it came from. But this one is gonna get brand new, just all black badges. So it's a little easier to reapply when it's brand new versus having to tape it up again and you know.
How do you know to put it exactly back to where it is? Because I feel like it's hard to get the lettering perfect.
It is. So what you do is you just put a bit of masking tape down and just stick it down enough so that when you remove the letters, they don't shift. And then you just pull it off all at once and you keep it on that tape, and then you just reapply it with the same tape. So you don't take them off individually, otherwise good luck trying to put it back together. So you just try to take it off all at once, leave it on that pretty much that template with the tape, and then you just stick it right back on and you're all good to go.
Are there certain like brands that are harder to wrap, like American brands versus Japanese versus German?
Okay, so definitely, as much as people think that Japanese or German cars, are more complicated, engineering wise, yeah, they're definitely more complex. But when it comes to simple things like door handles, Japanese cars, I love them, but they're the worst. I have to take off the door panels, I have to go inside the windows, pull everything off. It's such a tedious process. With this, all I have to do is open this, come back here. If you can just get the camera right there, unscrew that, pull the handle out, and it comes right out.
Oh, really?
And then unplug it, and yeah, and that's it. And this is an American car. So American, German, pretty simple. Japanese, super complex. So it's a very common misconception that people think that German cars are so overly engineered and hard to work on. No, I prefer them over anything. Definitely. Like Mercedes, BMW, I prefer that.
These nibs off, and he's like the new emblem that'll come with. It's pretty much like, he's like, you know, like hot glue is. He's like, once you pop it on, and then he's like, you just heat it up and it'll just melt over. So that's literally what that is. So he's like, just use a blade, cut these nibs off, and then heat up.
That's the cap.
Yeah, this is a charging port, but Ford, they made like making difficult.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed all that content. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for next week. Let's get it.